On October the 29th, 2015, the tribunal announced that the South China Sea was under its arbitration jurisdiction, and it would announce its ruling at the end of 2016. A game of strategy behind the arbitration is upgraded in a comprehensive way. After the Philippines initiated international arbitration, the US Department of State published number 143 of Limits in the Seas, entitling China Maritime Claims in the South China Sea, in which it publicly announced support for the Philippines and claimed that the South China Sea dotted lines claim was without basis under the international law of the sea. While urging China to abide by international laws, the US itself has not acceded to the UNCLOS. Apart from that, frequent intrusion by US military aircraft and ships in the South China Sea not only poses a threat to the order of the South China Sea, but also hampers peace and stability in surrounding countries and in the South China Sea as a whole.
南海是重要的海洋战略通道，这点美国人看得非常清楚。那么他现在以所谓航行自由为借口介入到南海问题上来，实际上就是要封锁，在南海方向上封锁中国。
Apart from the United States, Japan is also forcefully intervening in the South China Sea disputes and strengthening joint military exercises with the Philippines. This not only complicates but also internationalizes the situation in the South China Sea, setting up more barriers for relevant countries to solve the problem and imposing more challenges to stability in the South China Sea.
在南海问题上，事关周边，事关中国和整个东盟的关系。中国你又是联合国常任理事国，你是一个大国。中国在乎自己的国际形象，他们不在乎。所以我觉得在解决南海问题，在现在的情况下，我们也保持冷静、克制和理智。
At present, the Philippines' provocation, the United States and Japan's powerful intervention makes it even harder to stop the trend of Nansha disputes from becoming more complicated and ever-changing.
所谓双轨思路，一轨呢是指这个南海地区的和平稳定啊，由中国与地区内国家，特别是中国和东盟，那么共同来承担责任，共同来维护地区和平，南海地区的和平与稳定。那么另外一轨呢，是指那么解决南海岛礁归属和海域划界问题，由中国与相关国家，那么特别是与相关当事国，通过双边谈判和外交磋商来加以解决。
A reference to ancient volumes depicting the South China Sea Islands, as reviewed article by article with the basic principles of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, provides both historical evidence and a legal basis for China's indisputable sovereignty over the Nansha Islands. But the Philippines and other countries not only illegally occupy the islands and reefs, but also strengthen their national defense strength through so-called development, expansion of reef, and construction of military fortresses and airports. Their actions have brought about many uncertainties, uneasiness, and unprecedented challenges for waters surrounding China. The South China Sea issue was now a thorny challenge, but the position held by China towards the issue never wavers. The Chinese government is determined to defend national sovereignty and marine rights and interests, and, working side by side with ASEAN countries, to maintain peace and stability in the South China Sea. From the perspective of long-term and fundamental interests in the region, a peaceful solution to the South China Sea disputes is not only conducive to stability in the Asia-Pacific region, but also of great significance to the world as a whole.